Wars, the brutal contests of power and ideology, have sometimes dragged on for decades, even centuries. These protracted conflicts, often devastating, leave lasting imprints on societies, shaping history in their wake. Today, we delve into the annals of time to bring you tales of endurance, resilience, and the human spirit. Prepare to journey through the 100 Years' War, the Reconquista, and the Punic Wars, all epic struggles that spanned generations. Come with us as we step back in time to explore the three longest wars in human history. Our first stop is the Middle Ages, a time of knights and castles, and a war that lasted over 100 years. Journey back with me to the mid-14th century for a glimpse into one of history's longest wars, the 100 Years' War. This was not a single, continuous conflict, but rather a series of wars, skirmishes, and periods of peace that stretched over the course of a century, from 1337 to 1453. The stage of this war was set between two of Europe's most powerful nations of the day, England and France. The heart of the war was a fiery dispute over the French throne, with England's kings claiming their right to rule. This century-long struggle featured key battles that have gone down in history as some of the most significant. The Battle of Crécy, one of the first major conflicts, saw the English longbowmen decimate the French knights, shifting the balance of power. The Battle of Poitiers, another English victory, resulted in the capture of the French king, John II. And who can forget the Battle of Agincourt, where a vastly outnumbered English force defeated the French, cementing the legend of King Henry V. The outcome shaped the future of both nations, strengthening England's national identity and setting France on the path to becoming a centralized state. The 100 Years' War, a clash of dynasties and nations, forever changed the face of Europe. We now journey to the Iberian Peninsula, where a war of faith and territory spanned almost 8 centuries. This is the stage of the Reconquista, a pivotal conflict that unfolded between the 7th and 15th centuries. The Christian kingdoms of the north waged a relentless campaign to reclaim their lands from the Moors, who had established a foothold in Spain in 711. A key event of the Reconquista was the fall of Granada in 1492. This marked the culmination of centuries of warfare and the final expulsion of the Moors from Spanish soil. The victory at Granada was a significant triumph for the Catholic monarchs Ferdinand and Isabella. Their reign saw the consolidation of Christian kingdoms, the centralization of royal power, and the intensification of religious unity under Catholicism. This reinvention of Spain under the Catholic monarchs had profound global repercussions. The completion of the Reconquista coincided with another momentous event in 1492, the voyage of Christopher Columbus. Backed by Ferdinand and Isabella, Columbus's voyage would open up a new world, quite literally, leading to the age of exploration. The Reconquista, therefore, was more than just a territorial war. It was a complex and transformative period that reshaped the cultural, political, and religious landscape of Spain. The legacy of this conflict continues to echo through the annals of history. The Reconquista, a war of faith and culture, gave rise to a unified Spain and set the stage for a new era of exploration. Our final stop takes us to the ancient Mediterranean, where two great empires battled for supremacy over the course of a century. The Punic Wars, a series of 3 wars, were fought between Rome and Carthage from 264 to 146 BC. These wars were the largest conflicts of the time, shaping the future of the Western world. Let's rewind to the Second Punic War, where the Carthaginian general Hannibal made his daring crossing of the Alps. With elephants in tow, he surprised Rome by invading from the north, a feat thought impossible. The gamble paid off, leading to Hannibal's victory at the Battle of Cannae. However, Rome was not to be undone. They regrouped, re-strategized, and in the Battle of Zama, Rome's Scipio Africanus outmaneuvered Hannibal, securing a decisive victory. This marked the end of the Second Punic War and began the decline of Carthaginian power. The Third Punic War was the final nail in Carthage's coffin. Rome, determined to eradicate the threat of Carthage once and for all, besieged the city. After a brutal struggle, Carthage was destroyed, its territory annexed by Rome. The outcome of the Punic Wars catapulted Rome to dominance in the Mediterranean, setting the stage for the rise of the Roman Empire. Yet the wars also brought about the fall of Carthage. Once a mighty empire, it faded into the annals of history. The Punic Wars, a struggle of titans, resulted in the rise of Rome as a superpower and the fall of Carthage into obscurity.